Hello, welcome back. This is the beginning of the second part. If you missed the first part, here in the description box below, I will share the first part. But well, remember that we were here. In this row, we only made double crochet and single crochet. In the corners, we made 12, and in the middles, we made 7 double crochet and then single crochet. So you must be here. This is the way I made more grannies, making different combinations. And well, at the end we will finish with the arch with 7 double crochet, and we are going to slip one to close, we will cut, and we finish. As I told you, like this, we are going to make more grannies. I suggest that right away when you finish a granny, you hide your threads using the embroidery needle. Remember that if you have the pink thread, well, try to hide the thread in the pink area so it could perfectly blend. Please make good combinations. Like my base is black, I will try to not use the last color of the row in a dark or black or dark purple, because it may confuse with the base color that we have with our shawl. So please take care in those small details, because it will make the difference. So make them colorful if you want to make the design the same as me. Look all the combinations that I made. Let me count how many I made, and I will give you the exact number. Okay, so so far let's make more grannies, and then I will tell you how we are going to place them in the bottom. Well, let's make a review. With the shawl, I made one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 series, okay? And from the bottom to the top, I have 55 centimeters. If you want this shawl larger, maybe you want it for a cover up or so, you can make more series. And look, I already placed the grannies. I will need 6 from one side, 6 from the other side, and one more for the tip of the triangle. Okay, so for now, finish your base and your grannies, and now I will tell you how we are going to join them with the black color. Well, also I will give you the centimeters of the grannies. We have a granny square of 12 centimeters each side. Okay, so look, we will make an extra row in each granny. We are going to use the stitch that we made in the shawl, remember? Well, right here in the corners, we are going to make 2 leaves. So we are going to make 3 double crochet, and we are going to leave the last loops in hold. Then we are going to bring them through, make 4 chains, and again in the same place a second leaf. So 3 double crochet, leaving the last loops in hold. This is what we are going to make in the corners of our grannies, okay, this little shell. Then 3 chains and a single crochet. The arches of the sides will be out of 6 chains. So here we are going to make 4, 5 and 6 chains and insert the hook right in the middle. Again, we are going to make 6 chains, and we will insert the hook right in the side of the arch of the corner. Then right here we will go up with 3 chains, and we are going to repeat these 2 loops that we made this shell. So right here in this space, the first leaf, leaving the last loops in hold, and bring them through, and then again 4 chains, and here in the corners is where we are going to make 4 chains, remember, and again the second leaf. So we are going to make 3 double crochet and leave the last loops in hold, bring them through, then 1, 2, 3 chains. We are going to insert the hook right in the side of the arch, and then we are going to repeat these 2 arches with 6 chains, and like this all around. Well, we are going to only complete one granny we are going to make the whole row, and then in the second granny we only going to complete one side because we will use the stitch to join the rest. Well, I complete only one side. I only made the half of one of the leaf, and remember that here we made 4 chains. I only made 2 chains because I'm going to complete the row while I join. So I slip one right in the corner, then the next 2 chains that are missed are out of the 4, and then we are going to come back to the second granny to complete the row. So we are going to make here the second leaf, then 3 chains. We are going to complete the arch, then 1 chain, 2, 3, and then we are going to insert the hook right in the middle of the arch of the side of the first granny. We are going to slip one, then 2, 3 chains, sorry, because we are going to make the half 3 and 3 right out of the 6. So again, 3 chains, insert your hook right in the middle, slip one, and then we are going to complete 3 chains, and then again. So basically we are continue with the row. So as we complete the row, we join. So I want to review with you. So here 2 chains out of the 4 that we have to make in the corners, then we complete, and we come back to complete the leaves in the grannies. So look, this is what we made. We are going to join the corners and the arches of the middle. Here the small arches, no, only the big ones. We are going to complete this row, and for the third granny we are going to make what we made. We are only going to complete one row, and then to join we are going to use the second side, and we are going to repeat this technique until we have a strip with 6 grannies joined. Okay. Well, look, I have one strip with 6 grannies joined and a second strip with 7 grannies joined because I already joined the corners, this granny. Okay, that will go right in the tip or in the bottom. Okay, so you will decide which strip will go with 7 join or 6, and then in the tip you are going to just sew with the second strip. Okay, so like this is how it would looks. Remember to try to combine different colors, and at the end we are going to use some markers to point it out how we are going to join. We skip one shell and then we put a marker in the next one, and like this I have the exact number. Okay, at the end I only skip 2, and well, it's okay, but the most of them have the same distance between them. But well, I will show you how we are going to join them. For now, I suggest that you hide all the threads that you may have with embroidery needle, and then we will ready to join them. I was worried because I felt that the triangle look smaller, so probably I need to make more rows, but then like the stitch is open and then we add the weight of the crannies, the stitch will open and then it will lose a little bit. So please be careful. You may think that you need to make more rows, but at the end with the weight of the crannies it will open and it will lose a little bit, so take that into account. And well, how I will join, I will make some chains in zigzag joining the crannies, and then I will show you how I will decorate. Well, I will show you how I join with one thread and with our hook. We are going to make chains and we will go in zigzag. Okay, so once we are going to take one stitch from here, one stitch from the other side, and we will go in order. Remember that at the end and at the beginning we have 2 segments between the markers. So we are going to count the spaces to see how many we have. Remember that in the rest we only have 1 segment between crannies, but here we have 2 at the beginning and at the end we have the same. So we have to count how many spaces do we have. So we have 5 spaces between the markers. So we are going to try to make this zigzag and leaving the same distance and filling all the spaces. Okay, so we are going to insert the hook in the exact places. So we are going to make 3 chains. Let me take the stitch. So see 3 chains, and we are going to insert the hook here, and we are going to go in zigzag. Okay, uh, I like this technique because it seems that it's the same stitch, right? So it perfectly blends, and it's the easiest, one of the easiest way. Also, if you want, you can use the embroidery needle and you can sew, but I like this technique because it's easy. Look at my nails. I love the result, and I wanted to show you. Look how good they look. I love doing my nails. I have a special girl that always do my nails, and when I travel or I spend too much time in one place, I can find the right girl, so I always come back with the same. It doesn't happen to you too? Once you find the right person that you like how they cut your hair, how they do your nails, you get used to it, and then when you do it with someone else, you don't like it, right? That happened to me. So well, we are going to insert the hook right here, and we are going to take the marker out. And as you could see, I'm going in order. I'm respecting the spaces, and I'm trying to place them, all of them at the same distance. Okay, remember that here we only at the beginning we have these 2 segments between, and here we only have one between. So we are going to count how many spaces do we have, so we can see where we are going to place the joints, and we are going to continue making zigzag. And like this is how we are going to join these strips with the triangle of the shawl, right? So I will continue, and I will show you how it looks at the end and how we are going to decorate it. Well, at the end we will have something like this. You see how the stitch perfectly blends? I love this technique. Now to decorate, I decide that I want to make these fringes. I will use my phone, and I will take it as a reference, so all the fringes I can make them, all of them, with the same distance, right? Approximately it measured 15 centimeters, right? So I will use it. I will continue all around. I will also make the same threads. Then I will take them, and with my hook I will insert right where I want it to be. I will take all the threads together, I will bring them through, and then I will pull, and that's it. If you want, you can cut. In my case, I like to leave it like this because with the time it don't damage. Okay, it doesn't damage. If you want, you can make here a knot to make sure that the threads won't open, and like this is how you can continue. This is the way how I'm going to decorate, but if you want, you can make an extra stitch or just leave it like this. It's up to you. And once you finish, we are going to iron both sides from the wrong and the right side using a humid fabric under, and very soft and gently we are going to pass the iron. Well, what do you think? I love sharing this idea with you. I hope that you will love it too. Remember that you can use all the material that you have left from previous videos, and you can create something amazing like this. You can use it as a shawl, as a cover up, as a skirt, many ways, right? Even as a blouse. And I'm sure that you will love the result. People will love it too. And please share this video if you like it. Please don't forget to subscribe. Just click in the red button here below, and it's completely free.
Don't forget to leave me a comment and please stay tuned for coming videos. Thank you so much for watching and follow me in all my social media. See you. Bye.